From the heart of your nation's capital to the shores of the Empire State, this is the Patriot Report. You know we gon' keep the ball rolling, 'cause you know the show is going on. If you see them hating on it, doing dirty and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to my global audience. Walter Cotton reintroducing the Patriot Report to you. And for those of you who are about to click away, I'm going to ask you for just a few more seconds of your time, because in that few seconds, I'm going to change your life forever with these words. You have a superpower that they aren't telling you about. The powers that be aren't telling you about a superpower that you own that puts you in a position to not have to worry about another stimulus check, for you not to have to worry about whether or not they give you your 40 acres and your mule or your reparations. I'm going to use this Patriot Report to disavow you of the ability to say, I didn't know. From this point forward, you will know that you have the ability to make a demand call against a $500 billion wealth transfer that will empower you with the ability to capture generational wealth that you can pass on to up to 5 generations of your family. And folks, I'm not selling anything here. This Patriot Report is designed to bridge a gap. I use this same Patriot Report in the run-up to the 3% goal attainment for the disabled veteran business community. And we effectively utilize this information station to help that community acquire more than $19 billion worth of wealth. In this season, at this time, I have elected to unpack the Patriot Report so that I could focus my energy and attention on ensuring that people that wear my social uniform have the knowledge and the tools necessary to take full advantage of the market opportunity that's in front of us. And let me start by making sure that you all understand what my philosophies are, right? One of my core philosophies, one that I never violate, is simply this one. And it is the fact that we cannot change the problems that were caused by our oppressors' solutions, our oppressors' strategies, utilizing our oppressors' system. And in this season that we're in right now, I hear all too many people suggesting that we go back in that long line of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over again, but expecting a different result. I'm going to offer you an easy button. I'm going to offer you a button that empowers you with the tools to take full advantage of the You Are Here point. And for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, right, the You Are Here point is an extraordinarily interesting point, because what the powers that be have done is they've taken the economy globally and they've broken it down to a year zero level. What does year zero mean? You hear a lot of people talking about that, but nobody really defines it. Well, let me define year zero in this way. They absolutely positively have to put a yeoman's effort in to revitalize our global economy. That means that all of those industries that were decimated have the same cost of entry. They have the asymptotic lowest cost of entry that we are ever going to see. That means that those of you who wear my social uniform, that find yourself at this place and own the superpower that allows you to take virtually any federal contract and a vast majority of commercial contracts and turn it into their direct award or sole source equivalent just by snapping your finger, you are in a position of advantage that allows you to enter this market and take as much generational wealth as you can capture, because again, the playing field is level. What you need in order to accomplish this mission, what you need in order to accomplish this task, is you need the know-how. In this season, it's not enough to know that you own this superpower. It is critical that you have the know-how. And so I'm going to use this particular environment. I'm going to use this particular podcast to provide you a consistent update on the year zero strategy and what a group of people who look just like you, who are currently practicing a group economics approach to producing that generational wealth, are doing. I'm going to extend an opportunity for you to join that community. Whether you join this community or you take this information and you go dolo and get it done, I'm encouraging everyone that's within the sound of my voice to do so. And why am I doing that? I'm doing it because I have been charged with the authority. I've been charged with a blessing of understanding and information that people who look like me normally don't get. And quite candidly, after I went through the gymnastics of producing the $19 billion wealth transfer, I looked up from my workman's desk and I looked around and I didn't see enough people that looked like me who had taken advantage of that $19 billion. So I made a decision in August of last year to become what is affectionately referred to as the spook who sat by the door, because I had sat in all of the cigar smoke-filled rooms with the key stakeholders at the highest level of government, at the highest level of industry, and I watched them make decisions. I watched them put strategies in place that move the cheese of opportunity around the playing field. And I acquired an understanding of how to do that. In addition to the understanding, I acquired the relationships that allow me to influence the movement of that cheese, the trajectory and flow of that cheese. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking all of my know-how, I'm taking all of my tools, my guns, my lawyers, my extra ammunition, and I'm marshaling them under an asset that's known as the MPU network. That's the Maximum Practical Utilization Network. I suggest that you surf out there and you find out everything you can about that network, because it is the most effective path that you can use to achieve success. And candidly, folks, I've been doing this for over 2 decades, right? So I've seen thousands, I mean, tens or hundreds of thousands of people just like you that have been out there searching for the lane of success while being chauffeured by failure, that run into my information or message. So I know you're going to get excited about it initially, but I need you to understand that this is a transformative process. Right? We're not about inspiration and motivation, although you should be excited about the opportunity to capture some generational wealth without having to ask for permission. But what I'm not entailing, or what I'm not intending to do here is get you excited and inspired or inspired to go out and reach into your pocketbook and give me some money. That's not what this exercise is about. This exercise is about transferring an understanding of a pathway that leads to know-how that will allow you to create a domestic business foundation that allows you to maximize your generational wealth capture while preparing you to participate in the economic renaissance that is occurring over on the continent of Africa. And for those of you who are not familiar with the R400 movement, I'm going to suggest that you get out of the mustard so you can catch up, so that you can Google it. Because in point of fact, our brothers and our sisters, our distant relatives over on the continent are looking for people like you and me to partner up with, so that we can create cross-border international trading agreements that allow us to create a rising tide that helps Mother Africa rise. So if you're ready to get out of the mustard so that you can catch up, lock this one in. Like, hit the notification button so that you're notified the next time that I come out with a Patriot Report podcast. If you want to forward lean into this material, feel free to surf on out to the MyMPU network and take a look at the wares that are there. But irrespective of whether or not you join the MPU network program, I am encouraging you at this particular stage in the economic renaissance that's going on for you to study yourself approved, for you to equip yourself. You are no longer in a position to say, I didn't know that this was happening, that they was about to do that, right? You now know. The responsibility is yours, and I'm speaking back from the future in the voice of your fifth generation to tell you that now is a season for you to get your feces amalgamated and go out there and get the bag. This is Walter Cotton, and until next time, I'm out.
Get that bag, get through. Get that bag, get through. That's 100 points.
I got something to say and I can keep it in. This could be the last, cause it's okay, we never speak again. Y'all know I don't cry, but sometimes I can feel them creeping in. I had my time of war, I think it's time I find my peace within. I got something to say and I can keep it in. This could be the last, cause it's okay, we never speak again. Y'all know I don't cry, but sometimes I can feel them creeping in. I had my time of war, I think it's time I find my peace within. If they ain't hit my line way back when my pockets was thin, now my clock full of dollars, it's time I got to spend. Time to get off these blocks, that's why I'm going in. I was a dope boy, I'll be a better man. So right now I gotta do what I gotta do for sin. I found out my problem and finally kicked it in the end. I don't know how many times I done shied away from wins, but mama, I promise I never hide my face again. I'm always too guilty to play the victim. You never call, you never truly know a conviction. It's some beautiful souls living some of these women. Sometimes I wish it was more of me I could give them. Pray the Lord I'm forgiven for my dealings if I'm living wrong. Guess I at least can paint the ceilings if I'm a given one. Hard to develop new feelings when feeling numb. I realize I feel like I need them all, cause I'm the one. I got something to say and I can keep it in. This could be the last, cause it's okay, we never speak again. Y'all know I don't cry, but sometimes I can feel them creeping in. I had my time of war, I think it's time I find my peace within. I got something to say and I can keep it in. This could be the last, cause it's okay, we never speak again. Y'all know I don't cry, but sometimes I can feel them creeping in. I had my time of war, I think it's time I find my peace within. This could be the last. This could be the last. This could be the last. But sometimes I can feel them creeping. I go deep again, wait until my tears get deep again. Had my time of war. I think it's time I find peace again.